Spider-Man No Way Home picks up right where Far From Home left off. Spoilers here for a movie from a few years back now. Tom Holland's Peter has just been outed as the webhead by Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio, whilst also duping the world into thinking he's a murderous, homicidal maniac. Nice. From here, Peter must battle the court of public opinion, where as true to life as something like this will be, we find a divide between those who believe Spidey to be a hero and those who reckon Mysterio was right all along. This eventually, as the trailer alludes to, leads us to Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange being involved, as Peter seeks him out in an effort to see if he has any spells which may get him out of this mess. Thankfully, Stephen obliges and looks to create a spell where everyone forgets Peter Parker is Spider-Man and things can return to the way they were before. After some meddling by Peter, things go wrong, and again, as shown in the trailer, the multiverse finally raises its head in the MCU, causing Spidey's foes from previous movie incarnations of the Wallcrawler to emerge into the MCU itself. Now, as promised, I'm not going to divulge into specific plot points or, to be honest, anything beyond this point, because in doing so I would ultimately ruin the movie for anyone kind enough to have clicked on this video and who are yet to see it. By the way, thanks if you did click on this video. If you're enjoying this so far, leave a like because it helps. Ta. Anyway, back to the review. All I will say is the performances by returning villains are excellent. Willem Dafoe returning as Sam Raimi's original recipe Spider-Man villain, Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin, puts in an absolutely stellar performance, one so strong I'm unsure if we'll ever see anyone portray the Green Meanie any better. Alfred Molina picks up right where he left off as the sympathetic yet deranged Doc Ock, again with another showing which I think will make it near on impossible to ever cast anyone better in the future. Jamie Foxx finally gets his time to shine in a less blue, less dubsteppy performance as Electro, and we also see some nice evolution and development for Rhys Ifans, the Lizard, and Thomas Hayden Church's Flint Marko, aka Sandman. The returning supporting cast members, MJ, played by Zendaya, Ned Leeds, played by Jacob Batalon, May, played by Marisa Tomei, and Happy Hogan, played by the Marvel Cinematic Universe's unofficial official godfather, Jon Favreau, all still get time to shine, even with such crazy shenanigans going on, and at times it's the scenes involving these characters which really do ground the movie and add a sense of relatability outside of its otherworldly, magical, and alternate reality plot points. I'd say the pacing for this film is excellent considering the amount of stuff that's going on here. The film sort of just flies by and you don't even realise that you've been sat there for nearly 3 hours come the end of it. The film overall doesn't really properly have a villain either. You could kinda say one stands out more than the others, but overall the movie is more about the dilemma of being Peter Parker and dealing with the consequences of his own actions, whilst leading these dual lives, which Doctor Strange forewarns in the trailer. It's this that drives the movie, and it's ultimately what frames its narrative. The film showcases a lot of the core attributes we've been waiting to see from the MCU's Spidey, for once leaving him to deal with his own problems alone, at least, for the most part, and highlighting his strong sense of morality and belief in trying to save everyone, all of the time, a trait that is deeply interwoven into the character's history. Overall, this film is by far one of the best fan service movies I think I've ever seen. I can't say any more because I don't want to spoil the experience for others, but honestly, if you're a fan of even just Spider-Man as its own thing or individual IP, as opposed to the interconnected, interwoven Marvel Cinematic Universe, you're going to love this movie and most likely, as they say, lose your shit. As it stands, it is the best Marvel movie of the year, and currently, with where I'm at with it, it easily makes its way into my top 3 MCU movies. But that's just my thoughts on it. You might think differently, and that's okay. Opinions and all that. Speaking of which, if you've seen it, let me know what you thought in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, chuck me a like to prove it, and subscribe to stick around for more reviews of movies and shows and stuff. Anyway, until next time, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.